Hey, what's going on, guys? Marty, welcome guys back to a new Minecraft modern house tutorial video. So today guys, I think I'm going to actually build a new house while recording. I wanted to actually start building this, but then I thought, you know what, guys, I've been asking for some tutorials, so I think from time to time I might just do a quick tutorial for a certain build, even though I have no clue what I'm going to be building today. It's got to be it's got to be modern, but yeah, I've got no freaking clue. I'm thinking about going for grey, like pretty much the same theme as this first house there, so I might be using some stone bricks. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this for this house here. So yeah, I'm going to probably go for a grey theme in a way. Let me just get an empty spot and probably using this one. It's always quite good to kind of have an idea of what you're going to be using, even though most of the time I never actually starts like this. But I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe using this one. Let me see how this one actually looks as a carpet, because I think it looks pretty cool. It's got a nice pattern. Maybe see how it goes. I probably want to use the snow blocks, and I love using these because they are quite realistic. Most houses are built out of white walls in a way, so you got to use some white colors in a way while building. I always like to mix it up with other colored blocks and stuff like that. Now I'm looking at this, I'm thinking about maybe using sandstone and grey. Would that look good? And it's always good to kind of test out blocks. I think they look pretty cool together, so okay, so we've got a nice combination there going on at the moment, and yeah, I think I'm gonna go for these for now. I'm not actually using single player command, which is I think it will make life a lot easier, and especially in tutorials, but unfortunately I'm not actually using it, so I have to do everything manually. First of all, I need to get the measurements right, so this is the way I usually kind of measure the space of the house. They're all pretty much the same size, so this is pretty much the width of this house from this side, and let's just check it out from here. So let's just roughly place blocks in a way just to kind of get the measurements in here. So I usually move away about 1 or 2 blocks from the pavement here and start building. But for today's house, I think it's going to be a little bit crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe in here. Thinking about going in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, then we go up. I'm thinking about probably using yeah, I want to use a stone brick. Okay, there's always a way of using certain blocks to kind of make things look modern. So okay, the height, this is going to be a bit low actually. Let me just go 1 more block higher. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that should be fine. And then no, one more. Yeah, that should be fine now. Alright, so going like this, and then in here we're going to have the grey color, like so. It's a little bit funny because this is the way I usually start. I'm doing exactly what I usually do, and then bit by bit I'll start adding stuff to the house. And so if you guys want to build it, you guys got to follow me exactly, because I can't give you a clue. Say, okay, I'm going to be doing a square now, I'm going to be doing this or that, because I don't even know personally what I'm doing right now. I'm just building. Okay, so maybe in this house we could have one big fat window in here, and then we kind of come into here like so. Maybe one more. Okay, and the tricky part is when I'm trying to build houses, I try to avoid, I'm not looking at this one there because I don't want to get any ideas from it or influence myself from another build that I've done already, because otherwise they're all going to look the same. And this is what I always try to do: avoid looking at other builds that I've done and try to kind of start from the scratch, doing like a crazy unique shape, I suppose. And yeah, I'm thinking here maybe a little path area which could go here, and then the entrance could be somewhere in here. Yeah, I think that would look good. And don't know why I'm just thinking about making one big fat pillar here. Yeah, I think that look cool. Oh, what about the chiseled stone? Chiseled, is that what you call them? Yeah, oh, yeah, they do. Okay, so let's just try maybe have a little rim using the chiseled stones. Maybe another one at the bottom here. Oh no, actually no. Oh no, I think they look, no, let me just straight first. Yeah, I think they look cool. Yeah, why not? I've never actually done this before, so it's always fun to kind of mix up the blocks and play around with them and see if they look good. And maybe in here, just add one like so. Yeah, I think I like this one. Okay, so see, when you're building with like stone bricks and stuff like this, they are pretty dark blocks in a way. So that's why later I think I'm going to be using these snow blocks pretty hard around this house, because you know, you want to kind of go dark. You know, you want to kind of mix up the contrast between dark and bright in a way, but you don't want to go too bright and too dark. But you know, it's always fun to kind of do it. I've done a house down there, I think, and it was mainly oh gosh, I've done a few houses now. There's a few streets in this modern world, so I'm actually planning on building something soon there. So I have done this house there, and that was that house there. It was mainly made out of white blocks, so, or the snow blocks. And I don't know, I just like calling them white blocks because they are pretty white. And yeah, I love the way I've done them in my texture pack. Right, so they're not actually even, as you can see. So maybe what we could do is, I'm thinking about moving the door to probably this side here. So yeah, I want to leave the walls for a second. I want to do the, you know, the main structure of this house, and then this is what I like doing first. Okay, so here, no, you could go, no, you could go away, and maybe go like this. Okay, kind of gone up. The music is on, even though it's very low, but for some reason it sounds really high because I've got the headphones right in my ear. So, what about this? Would that look good? Maybe. Maybe not. Let me just kind of go back one more. I like that little, I like this. I definitely like this, yeah. Little sort of curve in a way. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Okay. So without the single player command, I'm going to be placing pretty much every single block down myself. I think this is what I pretty much do in most of the houses when I'm actually doing without even recording. I do, you know, I hardly ever use the single player command. I just mainly use it when I'm doing tutorials, just to kind of save time. What's going on here? Just to kind of save a bit of times when I'm actually building, and it does help. It does help a lot actually. So I don't know why I've just made a square there. Looks a bit weird. Okay, so let's go down and try to get the main structure done first. And so in here we're going to go straight down like this. I'm thinking about maybe adding some sort of crazy shape in here, but then no, you know what, I'm gonna keep this simple. Let me see, is this the right line? Yes, it is. I just try to kind of keep the same distance from the back, from the sides. From the front, you know, it doesn't really matter. I can always change the distance, but I always mainly change the distance from, no, I'll keep the same distance from the back and from the front. Okay, so let's just come down here. We got good space. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 2 floors or 1. So I think we're just going to have a single straight line house for the back. Okay. Now I think I'm going to go with a second floor in this house as well. So maybe, yeah, thinking about maybe just going like this with this blocks. So this is where the floor is going to be. So I think it's going to be made, no, this is the level for the floor. So okay, so I think I'm going to go with white for the ceiling. It's always good, you know, to kind of look up and see white ceilings, I suppose. And it usually makes the house a lot bigger. Well, it feels like it. Alright. So maybe go down here. Alright. Alrighty. I'm just thinking right now if I'm actually doing the right things, or just, Okay, so this is for the ceiling. Here we have the flooring. So I'm just gonna roughly place any block type now. Just probably, it's not going to be orange, but just for now, even though it looks cool with grey. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? I'm actually doing the flooring already. Well, pretty much the ceiling for the first floor, and I did say I want to do the main structure first, just in case when you guys are trying to build the same one, you know exactly what you're doing. So so far that's what we've done. Okay. Okay, so let's get back into dividing this house first. So in here we're going to have this. Alright. So maybe this side is all going to be made out of this grey, or maybe the second floor. I don't know, I'm thinking about just making this part as a second floor. Just leave this part here empty, just flat. Maybe that will look good. Alright. Let's come down here. Okay. Alright. What about here? What should we do? Just add some stones. Yeah, that should be fine. Glass. In here I'm feeling like adding probably some glass blocks. What about if I do this front part here just out of glass? Yeah, I think I like this. Or maybe, yeah, that looks even better. Yeah, I like this. Cool. Okay, let's get back into here. So in here, this is where, let me just do this part quickly. There's one thing, guys, which I find a little bit annoying when I don't know, I watch people in tutorials sometimes and they spend most of the time just counting and counting. I do this sometimes, but I kind of hate it. So you guys have already the board, so you probably could check it out. You could download it from my 10,000 subscribers video, and you could download the board and see the size of these houses. And yeah, just pretty much have the idea of the size of the builds I usually do. I think I might give you roughly actually the size of this house, even though I just said I hate doing this, but just kind of give you an idea of the size of this house. I'm just going to do a quick counting. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 it's 22. And the width of this house is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. So it's 22 by 17. This is like the first time ever I actually count the size of the house, because I remember the first house I did, I was just building. I wasn't even thinking about the size. So yeah, so now you guys know the sizes of the houses which I build. They're all the same sizes. They all build pretty much not exactly the same sizes, because sometimes the front or the back slightly varies. So some of them are slightly larger. This one here is kind of just straight with the pavement here. As you can see, I'm not going in or out in this house from the front or from the back. So this one is actually exactly 22 by 17, and the height, it's all up to you guys, whatever you want to do with the if you're going to be building a second floor or not. This is all up to you guys. Alright, so in here what we're doing is so far just trying to kind of get that the structure done. Thinking about maybe, yeah, I think I'm going to do this. I want to leave a little edge in here. Okay, so we do the windows later, just to kind of just block it off like so now. And is this going to be enough height? I haven't even measured the height. Alright, even though I said I'm not going to be adding anything here, but looks like I'm already doing it. I'll leave this for a second, I'm not sure. Okay, let's just come down here and finish off this bit here. Alright, so let me just stand here. So that's 1 2 3 4 5. So this is for the ceiling. Okay, so this is done. And for the flooring, no, the orange looks cool, so why not continue with the orange? And I like doing crazy shapes in the flooring because I think they look cool. And maybe use the light grey. Random shapes always look good in the flooring, so I think this is a very important tip, I suppose. Look at this, we've just done a nice carpet, I suppose, like an I. What's this, like an H? Or what if you kind of read it from right to left? Okay, so, yeah, I like this. I totally like this. Okay, so let's come down here, and so it looks like this is going to be a room. So we kind of done already a room, which I don't know. What's it actually? I think it looks like it's going to be a bedroom, maybe a bedroom. Because I've done a carpet for it. Usually I use the slabs, you know, and some other solid blocks to do the floorings for, like, you know, kitchens or bathrooms. But when I use carpets, mostly it's going to actually end up either a sitting area or maybe a bedroom. So here I think it's going to be in the bedroom. And so bedroom, we've got to give it some few nice windows, but not too much. You want to keep some privacy in as well. So yeah. Alright, I hope you guys like the, you know, the choice of colors that I kind of chose for this house so far. So I have no idea if I'm going to be adding or using wooden planks with this house, which I love. I love using this dark wood, which I've used in this house, and I love all the new wooden planks, which I think they are amazing, especially the new slabs and stuff like this, which I started using in this house already. Don't know why I'm thinking like leaving this room just all, I don't know, just made out of dark grey. I think it will look good. Shall I make just 2 standard windows here? Yeah. And here I'm thinking about having a long window. Yeah, I think that look cool. And this is the inside wall, so I'm thinking about the inside wall, it may be out of the snow blocks. Yeah, I think that look cool. Guys, if you're actually building this in survival, you could, to get these snow blocks, it's so easy right now. You know, you just make the snow block generator. I have made a tutorial about this before, so you could get like an infinite snowballs, I suppose, not snow blocks, snowballs, and then turn them into snow blocks. I'm going to have a link for it in the video description, just in case if you don't know how to make the, you know, infinite snow generator. And it works really well in survival. I've used it before in my Let's Play award, which I done everything there was legit. And most of the houses were actually built out of snow blocks. So yeah, and wool, because you know the wool are pretty easy now as well to get to, especially using you know, making sheep farms, stuff like this. All right. Okay, so that's cool. I'm gonna do the ceiling quickly so I know where the stairs is going to be. And you know, one of the things which I kind of hate when I'm building is the stairs. I don't know why, it's always a little bit tricky when you're trying to build a space, because stairs, because you don't want to use it too much space, but in the same time you want to build it. You have to build it, especially if you're doing 2 floors, but you don't want to give it too much space. And something that I always kind of find difficult building it, and that's why recently I've kind of started using the spiral stairs, because they don't really take that much of space. They probably take about 4 blocks of space, and or probably a bit more than that. Actually, no, they take about 3 by 3, so that's 9 blocks. But you know, they are quite compact. They don't kind of take the space, you know, most of the space that you need, which is good. So let me just come here like so. Okay, so no, I want to do this back bit here all out of the stone brick. We'll miss the block now. Alright. Okay, so we are so far having a second floor because of this part here. I could just break it, and I don't know, I don't feel like having or building a second floor. But but I feel like adding something different to this house. I mean, I want to have a second floor, but just on this side there. But I feel like in this side here, I just want to do something different. I've never done anything like it before. Just, yeah. I feel like doing something like this. Let me just kind of finish it off.